Just Stop Oil. Now that might be a name that rings some bells to you. You might have heard of them probably recently because they've been back in the news again for reasons that I'll talk about in a second. But there's another reason you might have heard about them a couple years ago, that they were seen blocking roads and doing just the most deplorable things. Let's be honest here. Deplorable actions that all they did was mess with the common day person as a means to try and get them to, I guess, have sympathy for their cause, be like, oh my God, you guys are fighting for such a strong fight. We're going to rally up and we're going to back you up. You guys are doing great. But in reality, that's not what happened. Not even close.
Get out of the way.
Now, if you're wondering what the purpose of that was or what it served, I couldn't tell you. It literally means nothing. If I didn't know who they were, I just saw it as a bunch of people being fucking dipshits and douchebags just trying to vandalize property. And that's literally how everybody else sees it. There's someone that actually replied back on their tweet when they made this that said, how does vandalism stop climate change? And they are right. This doesn't solve anything. See, here's their post. They said, breaking, Just Stop Oil spray Stonehenge orange. 2 people took action a day before summer solstice, demanded the incoming government sign up to a legally binding treaty to phase out fossil fuels by 2030. Help us take megalithic action. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I understand the overall fight. Yes, oil companies bad, fossil fuels, all of this shit, climate change, all of that are actually important things, but this is not it. This is not how you get people to support your cause. All people are going to do when they see this is think that you're a bunch of assholes who want to vandalize property. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes, you might have 1 or 2 people who are going to look at this and be like, oh, wow, this is really fucked up. Oh my God, they have a press release. What is this? A Just Stop Oil spokesperson said the UK government is waiting, has committed to enacting Just Stop Oil's original demand of no new oil and gas. However, we all know that this is not enough. Continue to burn coal, oil, blah, 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 blah. Like, some people are going to read that, but most people are just going to look at this and think that you're a fucking nuisance. That's why I got 10.4 million views and then 4.1k likes. No one supports this. No one supports vandalism because it doesn't bring your message across. All it does is make people hate you. They don't care about what you got to say if all you're going to do is vandalize property. On top of that, they had another one. They posted recently, which was supposed to be them. I don't even want to show this yet. I'll just play the clip and set first, and then I'll explain it.
Yeah.
So you might be wondering, what purpose did that serve? What message were they bringing this time? And you're not going to believe this one. It's something interesting. It says, Just Stop Oil paint private jet hours after Taylor Swift lands. Jennifer and Cole cut the fence into the private airfield at Stansted, where Taylor Swift jet is parked, demanding an emergency treaty to end fossil fuels by 2030. And then, of course, they got community noted. It says Stansted Airport has confirmed that Taylor Swift's jet was not in the vicinity. It was not Taylor Swift's jet that was painted orange. So they wasted their time. I mean, granted, they'll probably still take it as a W and say, hey, people saw our shit. And we sit there, we painted the jet, we got our message across. Whoever's jet that is, they're going to be fucking mad and they're going to support our cause. No, they're not. even if it was Taylor Swift's jet, she doesn't give a shit. No celebrity gives a real fuck about climate change. Let's be real here, right? Almost every goddamn fucking rich fuck in this goddamn planet doesn't care about anyone but themselves. They don't care because you know why? By the time all this shit hits the fan, they're going to be dead. They don't care. They're like, as long as it doesn't affect me while I'm alive, who gives a shit? And it's a shitty attitude. I agree. I 100% think that. But that's just the reality of this world, bro. This is just not serving any cause. Again, people see this 6.1 million views, 15K likes. People fuck with this more than others because they probably thought it was Taylor Swift's jet. And of course, people want to send a message. And of course, I've seen all the jet tracking stuff. Does Taylor Swift fly around a lot? Yeah, she does. Do a lot of these celebrities do? Fuck yeah, they do. Carbon emissions, all of that? Yeah, they're doing all that. Granted, I'm not the most technical person that understands all this. I just know that it's not good. But again, I don't really think that this brings the message really across. But I found it interesting. They had one thing that they responded to, and then someone said, that I can't feel bad about. Leave art and history alone and bully the actual mega polluters, which is true to some extent. Go for Kim Kardashian's jet next and make sure to spray paint the inside too. Still, you will need to face the consequences for the Stonehenge. And it's they said, why don't you do it? Yeah, why don't your average everyday person just go find celebrities' jets and then go spray paint them orange and then try to avoid being arrested and thrown in prison for the rest of their life? Because if you think that they wouldn't get thrown in jail for the rest of their life, you don't know celebrities. They really want to get rid of your ass? They really want to get you in prison? I mean, they probably could. Let's be real here. There's a reason why celebrities get away with so much shit, whereas your average day regular person doesn't. So I just found it kind of silly. I want to show it real quick because I found that stupid. That's a dumbass reply. But again, for a organization who thinks spray painting Stonehenges and just going in front of roads and sitting down and blocking people's way is a means to spread the cause and spread awareness. Yeah, you're spreading awareness of it, but you're not spreading awareness to the point where people actually care about what you're spreading awareness for. All people are going to do is think, oh yeah, that's a Just Stop Oil Company. Fuck those guys. I remember when they blocked my road going to work one day. Or you got people who respect things like Stonehenges and the fact that you can't even do shit like that because you're disrespecting like ancient shit. Like this is like the fact that you do this, you're going to upset so many historians and people who actually cherish things like that actually hold a lot of value. So doing that, you're just going to make people say, man, fuck those guys. I remember when they spray painted those Stonehenges. That's literally all this is. That's all they're doing. They're just getting more people to hate them on every side of the universe of different things that people like. Oh, you like art? Guess what? They already defaced art. Oh, you need to go to work. You're just a regular person who does their day-to-day job. Guess what? They probably fucked you over in some way because they want to block roads to send a message. Again, I understand the cause. I think that there is a legitimate concern with climate change, everything else around that. But this ain't it, bro. This is not going to get people to support your cause. They're just going to hate you. And I mean, what's the fucking point of trying to get your cause and get people to try to support you and push all this stuff if honestly people are not really going to sit there and back you up? Also, I know someone's going to be like, oh, well, they got you talking about it and they got so many other people talking about bringing more awareness to it. Again, people are not bringing awareness for the fact that they're like, oh shit, I need to go support these guys. Maybe you got a couple people who are like that. They're like, oh yeah, I didn't know about this cause. I'm gonna go support them. But majority of people are not looking at this and be like, yeah, let me go check these links out. Let me go support them. Let me go buy some orange shirts and start supporting the cause. It's not happening, bro. On top of that, in my personal opinion, when you do things like this, it makes governments and entities who could make a change and do things, I feel like doing things like this just makes them a lot more reluctant and a lot more hesitant to try and support you. If you just come out of here willy-nilly just sitting there doing shit like the Stonehenge stuff, personally, if I was one of those companies, I'd be like, I don't know if I want to fuck with these people. I don't even know if I want to talk to them. If they're doing shit like this, who knows what they're going to do next? And to some people, probably in their camp, they're like, good. We need them to sit there and wonder, what could we possibly do next? They really want to sit there and make sure we don't do something crazy next. They should start working with us so that we can get these things done. When in reality, companies are just going to sit there and look at you and be like, no, we'll just throw you in jail. You're defacing property. You're sitting there. You're doing vandalism. You're already committing crimes. We don't have to work with you. We don't really have to give a shit. We can just send you ass to jail and call it a day. And boom, we move on for our lives. That's the more realistic outcome. Personally, again, there's so many better ways to go about it. Understand that this is a cause that's important. I think it is something that should be taken a look at and be taken seriously. but not in the way that they're going about it. Anyways, I just want to talk about this real quick because it's been going all over the internet, and I just wanted to give my own take and my own opinion on it. But you made this far into the video, consider giving a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.